I would say it's good, but there's a lot of people who don't like it.
Hmm.
So about old literature.
It's freaking rad, man.
I don't get it. I missed the transition.
No, we had a
Oh.
hello. We had
Holy
a
shit.
comment on one of the previous videos when we were talking about Scarlet Letter.
Oh,
It's good.
it is.
Oh my god, 2 in a row.
Goodbye, head. I still love you shoot 3 bullets in someone's head and it just severs it for some reason.
3 in a row.
Oh man.
That guy's like, what am I supposed to do with this big gun?
I don't know what to say. I hauled this all the way upstairs because I wanted to kill some raiders, and then
The
you
whole-
come in.
The whole way here, I was like, "Oh boy, I'm gonna kill some people."
Where does
Look,
Garnet
look at this!
go?
Look at this thing on my back. It is heavy. That is just inconsiderate. It's
Like,
just
see him
rude.
like walking away below his breath. Jerk.
Looks like a backpack, but it's actually full of bullets. And I can't use any of them.
Which makes it heavier. I thought as I went on it would make it lighter, but it does. Of course, he is in power armor, so I'm sure it doesn't affect him. But still,
It reminds me of an ancient Chinese story, moral story, where it was like the army was marching and everyone was trying to choose what to carry on the march, and one guy chose to carry the food, but it was the heaviest, and everyone was laughing at him because he had to carry the heaviest thing. But everyone ate every day, so by the time they reached their destination, he was carrying an empty sack. And I thought I'd do that too, but then you killed everything, so I still had to carry the full backpack home.
so is that an actual? Is that just like an army?
No, it's an actual like an ancient, moral story type thing,
Yeah,
like Aesop's Fables or something.
gotcha.
Like that time when that guy got 1 rice, then 2, then 4.
Right, like he said, I'm going to put a grain of rice on every square of this checkerboard, and he ended up like with enough rice for the kingdom.
That doesn't even make any sense.
No, okay, a king.
I don't understand the transition between putting rice on a checkerboard and conquering a kingdom. I just don't get, or feeding a kingdom.
I'll explain. A king offered a wise old man, I forget what the wise man had done for him, but offered him a gift for return for his service. And he said, all I want is, we're going to do this. I want you to take this checker chessboard, some game board that had squares on it, and put a grain of rice on the first square, and then double that amount on each additional square. And then when the checkerboard is full, or when you've basically given me the amount of rice that creates, that's all I want. But of course, every square, the amount doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled. And if they had actually given him the amount of rice he requested, it would have been more than all the rice in all the kingdom. And so the king said, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And so he actually traded it out for like lots of money or something. Like, basically, he was showing how wise he was and how dumb everyone else was.
By understanding that an exponential increase is huge.
We're not saying it was an intelligent king.
This is-
Apparently not. No offense, but even the goddamn ancient Greeks knew if you kept doubling things, it got bigger.
I think a third grader could have figured out that one.
Not really,
Really?
that's kind of what we were learning in 3rd grade.
Okay, my mistake. I will say this though, if you don't really think about it, first it seems like a very reasonable request, because you'd be like, oh, what, this is like a bag of rice. But you just don't. It's the difference between the times tables and exponents.
Gotcha. Generate some exponents. No, okay. Delirium. I'm delirious after listening to that story. Let's see. 3 out of 8. I'm gonna try guess and see what it is. Oh, never mind. I guess Aquarius.
You did it!
Yay! Everyone snap.
Damn it. New admin, fuck you. New user, fuck you. I love watching. That's the little details about this game I love. Is the little details, like, it's raiders who've been occupied an area for a while. So, of course, some of them are going to go on the computer. And they're going to just be profane. They're going to act like 12-year-olds on the internet. And I think it's hilarious. Like in Springville Elementary, the username is Suck Me Ha Ha. I'm just like, yes. This is accurate. Suck me off.
And he's like, dude, check out what I put on the computer.
But it's just little tiny thing like attentions to details that it kind of shows up the people who made this game. It was a game of love and of pride.
Yeah. Especially since this was like the first one out of the series. This was kind of a roll. Like
Well, no, it's the third one from the series, but I know what you mean.
It's the first one that has this kind of.
well, no,
interface.
it's picked up by like a completely different group. This would be the first one they've made.
Is it? I thought Bethesda made.
Bethesda made also. No. Wait just a second. Are we talking about just the Fallout series? Because
Yeah.
Just the Fallout series.
No, because originally it was Black Isle who made Fallout 1, and I believe Fallout 2 as well. Then they went under, and then Bethesda bought the license, and they made Fallout 3. And for Fallout New Vegas, they were still the producers of it. Like, they funded the money, the money side, and they had them use the engine in the world and everything like that. Because Bethesda still has the rights to it.
Mhm.
But they opted it out to Obsidian Entertainment to make Fallout New Vegas. And the really interesting thing about that is that a lot of people who currently work at Obsidian used to work for Black Isle. Like Chris Avallone, who is the artistic director of Torment as well. Planescape Torment.
Do we name?
So,
I was gonna say, do we know who's making 4? If it's Obsidian or Bethesda?
it's Bethesda. It's Bethesda.
Oh, okay. They're like, we want it back.
Well, no. It's just I believe they wanted to. I don't know who approached. I don't know if maybe even Obsidian approached Bethesda, if they were in talks or whatever. But Obsidian is a smaller company, so they can't. They normally make games for other game studios, if that makes sense. Sometimes obviously they're making their own original game, thanks to a Kickstarter called Project Eternity, which, if that is successful, is going to really catapult them as their own.
Very, very excited for that game. It's supposed to be basically like a Baldur's Gate style game in current tech.
Yep. And there we go. There we go. Fuck you, user.
I'm surprised he knows how to type.
Yeah.
I'm always
But
sad
that's one thing that kind of made me wonder about this game. Like, I know you can reprogram turrets to be deactivated, attack everyone, or just attack a certain group. But with the exception of groups that have clear uniforms that some sort of robot sensor can identify, like, say, the Enclave or the Brotherhood of Steel, right? Because it's all like very military. They all wear the same thing. But like, how would it be able to tell the difference between Raiders and like Wastelanders and stuff like that? Like, Raiders don't really have a uniform.
The level of how badly they stink.
I guess so.
I know how at least in just game coding lingo how it would work. Not realistically.
That's the reality of the game. Not. I know how game code. I know why it's doing in game coding. But
110011.
Know me. I don't just play games and just say, "Oh, it's games." I like to buy into the reality of the game. I like to get immersed. If it's the appropriate game, I'm not going to get immersed into, I don't know, like League of Legends. I know all the lore behind it. No, that is just, clearly gameplay and competitiveness. And,
the immersion is amazing!
but with a game like this, a role-playing game, especially from a first-person view, where, the world is immersed around you, you sometimes have
Oh my god! What perk is this?
Oh my god, he's on jet. I should do this for my video. Next time I take that, just speed everything up and just piss.
Should Michael Bay it?
Michael Bay it? No, if I wanted to Michael Bay it, I'd have to throw in about 7 times more explosions and Megan Fox.
And slow it down every time something.
You had to speed up and then immediately slow down when you actually hit somebody.
It's also the Zack Snyder school of.
You gotta shake your Camelot.
Shake your Camelot, yeah.
Wow. I just noticed how that is vaguely sexual. Huh.
Shake your camera. Shake your moneymaker.
No, Camelot, like the palace.
How is that sexual? Camelot.
Well, if you make it a long A instead of a short A.
Oh, Camelot?
Came a lot, yeah.
Listen. The immature raider messages are enough.
No. I'm a product of my environment.
I like to say similar things. I'm also influenced a lot by other people around me.
Apparently.
Oh, this has been on my mind a bit, just because you brought it up, and I just really want to talk about it. I've recently figured out how, like, this game's, like, coding for factions work.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting. Like, there's a ton of different factions.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm just going to explain briefly, like, how the turret thing works. It pretty much says that that turret is friendly to the Raider faction and aggressive against, like, every other faction.
Wait a second. Did you just guess right on the first time?
Yes.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Not to me.
Well,
Of course, I also leave kids in steel cages until they die,
I was
so...
about to say, yeah.
It's not a cage. It doesn't have any holes in
It
it.
was a bomb shelter.
It would have been so much better if it was a cage.
Totally.
I'm
You
sorry,
should
entomb
breathe in
people.
there.
I'm sorry, I should have said I entomb people.
Interesting setup around here. Oh, book. God, I love when... Oh, just once again, little details. Oh, wait. You should be reading this.
No. I'm generally not really going to hang around these screens too long, so if you want to read these, pause.
Yeah.
I know we're not going to have commentary while you read, but a lot of people have way, like, differing in, like, the
Speeds.
speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just
But
if you pause.
Whenever you see raiders around, you're always going to find a bunch of empty whiskey or beer bottles, and I think that's also great. Because it makes you realize that, like, yeah, these guys have been living here for a while, and they have certain drinking and drug habits.
This is the world of Fallout. I would expect to find that anywhere there's people. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Screw.
Drink your sorrows away. Yeah, I know, right? This world should also be repopulated by now.
No, not with all this stuff trying to kill you, but yeah.
We've become Krogan. Popping out babies every couple weeks. It's not even possible. I don't care.
No, it's possible. I mean, like,
Radiation.
And
not
to pop
human
out a baby
beings.
every few weeks. Have you been in an anatomy course lately?
No, I didn't say for humans. I thought
Oh,
you meant
okay.
like for Krogans is impossible. I'm like, they're a fictional race. They can just take how long they want.
No, I meant humans. I was like, damn, I feel sorry for the women.